So it wasn't even that long ago that if you were rocking a Google phone as your daily driver, you would most likely get roasted. But oh, how times have changed. I don't know if Rona just makes me see things under a different light, but I do know one thing. Google Pixels 4a, a budget phone, is way better than I had anticipated. And look, here's the kicker. It's actually $50 cheaper than its main competitor, the iPhone SE. So, with it being priced at $349 USD, just what exactly are you getting? Ironically, I feel very satisfied for $349. You get everything you'd expect from a fully functional budget phone in 2020. But you know how we do it on this channel. We like to dive a little deeper and take a closer look at our beloved tech. So without further ado, let's quickly roll into the intro and get straight into the unboxing so I can give you guys my initial first impressions on Google's newly released Google Pixel 4a. Let's do this. So presentation wise already, man, Google, wait, hold on a minute. I swear I've seen this kind of design before, but I can't put my finger on it. Simple packaging, white box, pull tabs. Anyway, the presentation here is 10 out of 10 with this very minimalistic white box that has the Google logo, Pixel 4a branding, and of course an image of the back of our device, including that sexy single lens. I'll talk about that in a minute. On the left side, we don't get much, just some Google branding. On the right, we get a side profile of our device. Up top is a Google logo to remind you that this ain't no Apple unboxing. Oh no, you've just treaded into the world of Google, and so far, I'm pleasantly surprised. Alright, turn the box to the back to see the teampixel hashtag and go ahead and remove the two tabs that will assist for this unboxing. Then remove the top portion of the box to reveal your shiny new Google Pixel 4a sitting there like a newborn baby waiting to be caressed. Unfortunately, it has to wait just like every other piece of tech does on this channel because we have to see what kind of sauce we get inside our box. So we have our literature packet complete with the essentials, a quick start guide, warranty and information guide, and a SIM ejection tool. I would have loved some Google stickers, but I digress. Guess the stickers didn't fit into the whole budget vibe. Then underneath that, we get our 18-watt USB-C power adapter, a 1mm USB-C to USB-C cable, and a quick switch adapter in case you're needing a USB-A connection to be converted to USB-C to like transfer files and stuff. And that is all we get. I can hear the Google Pixel 4a crying already. Jesus, alright, I'm coming, just relax. So here it is. Remove the protective film protecting the display and voila. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Google Pixel 4a. And now time to bust out the macro lens to take a closer look. So as you can see, we have our nice 5.8-inch AMOLED display with a 60Hz refresh rate and not 120Hz. Sad, but to be expected on a budget phone. Then at the top left is our hole punch design that houses our 8-megapixel front-facing camera. Hidden very well all the way towards the top is our speaker for whenever we take phone calls to our ear. Starting to look towards the bottom and we begin to notice our black plastic design. This phone only comes in one size, one color, and one casing material. It's actually quite brilliant how simple this is. But anyway, we have our USB-C connection port to charge up the device, and we have our microphone and single down-firing speaker. But the speaker used for phone calls also emits audio. It's just not loud or all that impressive. On the side, we have some of the clickiest buttons known to mankind, but I love it, especially on this plastic design. We have our volume rocker as well as our white sleep wake switch. On the top is a small microphone as well as, wait, hold on a second, is that a headphone jack? Okay, so we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. Pretty cool to still see in 2020 if I'm being completely honest. And over on the side, we don't have much but our SIM tray. Flipping the phone over now to the back and we see simplicity. There's not much going on here. We have a small gray Google logo down towards the bottom. Retained still is our fingerprint reader. And over at the top left, similar to the square camera design of other phones like the iPhone 11 Pro, except smaller and only having a single lens, as well as housing our flash module. This little guy might not look like much, but in the case of the Pixel 4a, looks can be deceiving as the camera found on the Google Pixel 4a is honestly one of the best single lens cameras a phone can have in 2020 at this price point, period. Stay tuned in about a week or two for the full review so you can see for yourself how amazing these photos look. So Google is finally gaining more and more clout these days and is finally being recognized as one of the top dogs within the smartphone realm. They've always been present, but now Google is really starting to catch up with the competition, especially in terms of pricing. Listen, let me tell you something. For $349, you cannot beat this. I know I said it about 20 times in the SE review, the whole best value in tech, but now I don't know, man. Google is giving us this bargain and it's really hard not to pass it up. Here's why. So to no surprise to anyone, it's all about the camera. Here we sport a 12.2 dual pixel f1.7 lens that is just phenomenal. Even the Google Pixel 3a was praised for its camera, and even though we have a single lens here, it's Google software that adds those extra touches to truly make images stand out. Like I said, I plan to do a bunch of future content on this phone, but in particular, I'll definitely make a comparison video against the iPhone SE to see which budget phone reigns supreme. So I guess this is a good time to invite everyone watching to subscribe and also hit that bell. I currently have a 40,000 subscriber AirPods 2 giveaway active. For details, head over to my Twitter. But soon I'll also host a 50K giveaway, and the only way to not miss it is to ring that bell and subscribe to always stay up to date. Alright, but aside from the cameras, I am more than pleased with this Google Pixel 4a. Sure, the plastic construction may steer some the wrong way. You know who I'm talking about, those bougie kings and queens who could never be caught with a budget phone. But hey, listen man, don't let the whole budget thing fool you. This phone is stellar. I've only been messing with it for a couple of days now, but from what I've been seeing, it's fantastic. I realize it doesn't have all the bells and whistles as the other flagships like the iPhone 11 Pro or even the new Galaxy Note 20. God, you have no idea how hyped I am to review that phone. But yeah, back to the 4a. It's simple. It's actually a really good size, and the hole punch doesn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, I like the hole punch design over having an overly huge notch. Apple, I'm looking at you. And really, the cherry on top is having those neat Google features that other Androids simply don't have, like swipe diagonally from the corners and your Google Assistant is summoned. And need I remind you guys how much better literally any other virtual assistant is over Siri. Not to mention that despite having a smaller form factor, the battery is actually pretty impressive, being rated as having a 3,140 mAh battery. But no phone is perfect, and the 4a definitely lags in the performance department. It doesn't have the more advanced chipsets that its other counterparts like the Google Pixel 4 have. Instead, it rocks a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730 processor with 6 GB of RAM, matching the Pixel 4. And while the 730 is nowhere near being considered top of the line, paired with all of that juicy RAM, similar to the RAM found inside the more expensive Pixel 4, and now you arrive at some middle ground. Sure, it's not the best processor, but at least the RAM was matched just like on the Pixel 4, all while being sold to you for only $349. It is really responsive and by no means a slow phone, but every now and then you'll encounter slight hiccups like tiny amounts of lag while opening some apps or just navigating the OS. This phone does many things right, and I am beyond excited to continue messing with it so I can give you guys a full review with my honest thoughts on Google's latest budget offering. For the time being, I'd say this phone is a definite buy if you're on the fence as to which budget phone to get. There's so many options out there, including the ultra coveted SE, but around this price point, I think the $50 difference in price will lure some consumers into choosing it over other phones like the SE. Either way, I'm confident in saying I won't be disappointed with the 4a because I know not to expect premium flagship features. It is a budget phone after all, but once you get past that fact, and trust me, it takes some adjusting. I myself, coming from an iPhone 11 Pro, that massive phablet just spoils you and it's hard coming down to a smaller display. But if you go in wanting the best bang for your buck, a phone worthy of competing against the likes of the SE, and an overall reliable smartphone, then my guy, look no further, this one is the one for you. But guys, that has been my quick unboxing and first impressions on the new Google Pixel 4a. Sure, it is a plastic design. Of course, it doesn't have the latest and greatest features, but overall, I think the phone is definitely worthy. $349, one size, one color, one storage capacity. Google makes it simple for you. Stay tuned for the full review. Drop a like if you found this video useful, and if you didn't, you know what you can do. Until next time, guys, I'm clocking out for now. Peace.